Gute, schön, dass ihr wieder mit dabei seid bei Avowed. Ich habe hier die Kamera ein bisschen runtergedreht, ne? Da sieht das Spiel schon ein bisschen schöner aus. War doch ein bisschen hoch eingestellt. Bisschen dunkler, da sieht die Sache hier schon wieder viel besser aus, finde ich. Na, jetzt suchen wir noch den Garten, ne? Ihr wisst ja genau, Stadt, nur die Harten kommen in den Garten. Und was ich sagen möchte, danke an alle Abonnenten, die mich abonniert haben die letzte Zeit, ne? Vielen, vielen Dank. Und es wäre toll, wenn ihr weiter mich abonnieren würdet. Immer schön weiter abonnieren, nochmal schöne Videos. Versucht besser zu werden natürlich. Und hoffe, dass das mal bei YouTube was wird bei mir. Also, los geht's. Kostet ja auch nichts, ne?
The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here, it changes everything.
A hidden god in the living lands. Who knew?
Wer hätte das gedacht, ne? Ein neuer Gott. Gott ist tot, ich habe ihn umgebracht, ne? Blasphemie. So.
Oh my God. No!
Andra's depths.
Ach so, oh. Eine brennt.
This was no accident.
Es brennt. Gehen wir hin? Oder auch
What
nicht?
happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. Right. We should be a moving target. In case anyone comes for us next. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come. There's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames. You tell me who your coin is on.
Und Jump. Kann ich jetzt da drüben plündern?
What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
Soll ich das jetzt?
They blind us.
Soll ich jetzt komplett dahinter laufen oder? Oh.
They're coming.
Geht mit dem am. Und in die Fresse, in die Blöde. Warum sind die so stark? Warum nimmst du ein Speer, du Schwein? Nee, ist eine Echse, kein Schwein.
I was worried for a second.
Und das für gelbes Licht da unten. Ich denke immer, ich könnte mich an dem Kabel hier irgendwo runter. Runtersausen lassen. Ah. Aha, warte mal hier. Ah, das war's schon. Nehme ich mit, klar. Na, jetzt krieg ich so einen Stab, ne? So einen Zauberstab, so einen gebufften, blauen. Ich gehe komplett
I hope
runter.
everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. We've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilici, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms.
Und dann hier hoch.
There's trouble.
Mal wie.
Again and again they strike.
Ja, arme Hellwolf doch. bediene ich mich, ne? Komm her. Hi. Ach, da ist nichts. Looten, was Zeug hält hier? Der Loot liegt hier nur so rum. Hier noch mal was. Mondstein. Stahlbrocken. Was die für gute Sachen haben, ne? Zweimal gegerbtes Leder, her damit. Was der alles bei sich hat, ne? Will so ein Untoter eigentlich damit? Hier klimmert noch was. Was?
What are we waiting for? I have some aggression to unleash.
Why will they not leave us? It cuts. It cuts.
Rettet euch, ihr Schweine! Was ist denn mit dem Vieh los? Was? Was? Oh ja, klar. Ich brauche auch nur einen Heiler dabei, ne? Ja, weg mit dir.
Not looking so good.
Hey, hey, hey. Kleine Scheiße, du. Da hinten ist noch der eine. Der super Ritter. Gegen mich keine Chance, oder? Dankeschön. Kacknoob. Boah, da hat ich jetzt aber Glück gehabt, dass ich da nicht draufgegangen bin, ne? Da hatte ich schon etwas Glück. Lila Sachen kommen jetzt schon. Ich glaube, es wird jetzt sehr schwer. Wenn ich mich nicht gerade mal irgendwo heilen könnte oder eine Rast machen kann. Nee. Lass mal stecken. Wir müssen jemanden retten, helfen, machen und tun. Oh, und wirklich hier alles. Kann ich hier jetzt auch alles plündern?
Who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? Motherfuckers. I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history.
Hä?
Arms are to the north.
Wollt ihr reden? Nein. Freunde. Außen Raum mit uns. Jetzt rutscht mal so ein Stein, ne? Zum Ausruhen.
They've got the advantage. Unless you want to fight.
Why will they not leave us? It cuts. It cuts.
Oh!
Gather round.
Na, gut. Problem. Abracadabra. Hey, hey, hey. Hack ihn in Stücke. So. Nehm ich hier. Ich übernehme ab hier. Okay. Looten wir die noch aus? Und hier noch. Ah ja, okay. Oh, voll die Barrikade, oder? Ich kann hier gar nicht rein, ne? Sonst hätte ich echt mal die Geschäfte geplündert. Und mit dir?
He died saving me. I owe him my life.
Traurig, traurig. Ist doch kein Diebstahl, oder? Was hast du?
May he pass swiftly into the beyond.
In Jenseits? Auf geht's. Oh. Was war denn der Flüchtling? Na, er ausgesehen wie so ein Zombie. Alles gewöhnlich, ne? Ja, klar. Gib mir doch mal was richtig Geiles. In my face. Oh ja, ja. Naja, bleib weg, ich bin... Weg mit dem Schrott. Schild kann auch weg. Für Materialien.
Protect the envoy.
Hackpilz. Was ist meine? War's das schon? Wo? Hinter mir. Oh, die alte geht gut ab, ne?
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
Hick, hick, hick.
These people are looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Quilici.
So, wo muss hin? Hier.
What a fine mess the Adherents have made for us.
We've been at war against nature so long. We didn't think the final blow would be struck by outsiders.
Stop being so damned rational. This is where our resolve is tested, as it was the day...
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Ignacy, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? Her people burned my city.
The Stilgarrot are hardly her people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adheran banner is complicit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adheran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarrot have declared war on the Living Lands.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't strong enough to bear it. You must understand. My mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell her it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You have no idea what this thing is, but now you're helping it?
She may be compelled by her godlike nature. It would be wise not to question such things. First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis. Exactly. As long as we are Animancers, the Adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous. We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and
godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Right, layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fjord went up in flames, that Garut monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Rebuilding has begun! From the ashes, your will rise!
Okay. Hab ich jetzt irgendeinen Punkt gekriegt hier? Hier, Fähigkeiten. Zauberer. Mach schon mal das hier. Werden nix. Okay. Was kann ich denn hier aufsammeln? Die Sträucher hier. Hick. Krieg ich hier was für mein... Das ist doch die...
Seems like a lifetime ago I was worried about the harvest. Now look at us.
Was Opfergabe.
Sorry if every...
Nichts Gescheites dabei, ne? Die Trische. Die Trisch nehme ich. Aber die Monster, da ist er, ja? Kopfgeld, naja.
Can you believe it? One day, those Stilgarot pigs will pay for their crime. As will the rest of the adherents. Whose death am I recording? From the depths of my soul, I thank you. May their poor souls find peace.
Ja, ja. War das
Perfecto.
alles?
Return when you have more to claim.
Ich habe noch mehr umgebracht schon. Oh ja. Ich habe doch schon 3 Stück weggekillt.
Shipments have been paused, but traders are working to resume them as soon as possible.
Wo ist hier eine Kiste oder irgendwas? Ah, hier geht's hoch. Einmal das hier, ne? Das war schon alles.
We never saw them coming.
Adel has ruined us all for naught.
Caravans!
Schade. Da hoch. Mal schauen, wie es weitergeht, ne? Ich will aufwerten. Ich möchte denn da. Auf 22 Sprachen. Stahlbrocken. Hä? Doch, Stahlbrocken. 22. Außergewöhnlich. Herstellen, Stahlbrocken. Hä?
Was?
Was habe ich jetzt gemacht? Herstellen. Ach so, nur 13 kann ich machen. Oh.
Did he?
Okay, mehr kann ich nicht mehr herstellen.
I'm so sorry. I've left a few homes over the years, but...
Jetzt labern die wieder mit mir hier. Hier verlassen. So. Zum Glück nicht durchgelabert worden hier. Ah, der hat was am Finger hängen. Apfel. Wo ist Ei? Apfel und ein Ei, oder? Normalerweise. So, dann geht's hier weiter. Ah, Schnellreise. Muss ich jetzt kämpfen oder was?
I'd like a word.
Gods, what happened?
A moment of your time, if you please.
from one adherent to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash.
Du Schwein.
No need for this to get out of hand. One might argue they brought it on themselves.
Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight. One way or another, Fuel Messiverno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fuel Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Help takes many forms. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes. And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Inquisitor Ludwig is always watching. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. No need. She has both of hers on you. Be seeing you, Envoy. Sooner or later.
So that's it? We're just letting her walk away? Fine, but I'm holding you to that. I don't want to see you again. Is that clear?
Crystal. Good luck with her, Envoy. You're going to need it.
I didn't think it was possible to hate someone this much.
I'm sleeping with one eye open tonight.
Okay. Das will ich auch noch haben hier. Hätte ich hier vernichten sollen, aber hätte ich keine Chance gehabt, bestimmt. Machen wir mal so weiter. Mal ein bisschen schlichte.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground. Who cares what she believes? What right have the dead to judge the living? I will not forget Fiume Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? I hope you're right. Thirdborners are tough by nature. More than a few have seen their share of battle. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed. That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Easier said than done. Especially when we're not entirely sure what we're looking for.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge. Yardsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yardsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? In other words, nothing we didn't already know. Well, at least we tried. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek, but I'll take it over nothing. Good thinking. We don't want to push the limits of your spiritual endurance.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yardsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Not a bit. For all I know, it's long gone anyway.
Better to keep moving forward, Kai. What's lost is lost.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fior Messiverno. I just wanted you to know. No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
Gut, Leute, wir müssen schlafen gehen. Schlafenszeit. Dann machen wir beim nächsten Mal weiter. Danke fürs Zuschauen, teilen, liken, abonnieren. Und wenn ihr wissen wollt, wie es weitergeht im Garten, dann schaltet wieder ein, ne? In der nächsten Folge. Danke dafür und Cheerio.
There were fantastic.
It had a timeless charm. Like it was plucked from the hills outside Salona. What will you miss the most, Giada?
I think I'll miss the defiance most of all.
The defiance?
Fior Messiverno was an act of rebellion. We denounced the republics, we subverted nature, and we offended Adir.
I'm surprised you remember it so fondly, given where it got you.
Good or bad, defiance was our culture, the bedrock of our community. And I'm going to miss it.